You're really, really going to like this. So, as you got that just now, you all felt it in one way or another. And it sort of gave you a sense of, here I am, the center of my universe, and I'm attracting from the environment around me these kinds of people: clear-minded, fun, inspired, creative, happy, expansive, others. Ooh, doesn't that feel like a good crowd? Mm-hmm. Oh, there you are. So it feels interesting that here I am, a person, and I've attracted a person, a person, a person, a person, a person, and I got a good party going on. What we would like you to realize is that there's a potential party in everybody you know. So when you get there, then you attract it from that one and that one. In other words, you're not looking for a whole different group of people. You're not reaching into the universe and selectively sifting through people to bring different people to you. You are tuning yourself to the attraction of the best of all of them. And we want you to give yourself credit for who you've already assembled, because you haven't been making mistakes. Nothing's going wrong. You're in the process of molding this into place. And there is so much positive momentum in every single relationship you have that with a little tuning, you can tune it into something that will be really delightful for both of you, you see. But the key is, you got to stop asking them to make the changes. You got to make them. You got to find the emotional change in yourself. And some of them, they will come with you. They'll come with you. Some of them will bounce off and go somewhere else because it's just too big of a gap. But most of the people you know will come with you. Most will, because you've already vetted them. They came to you. You've been a positive attractor for a long time. Every one of you has been a positive attractor for a long time. You're just freaking out in the specifics of it. Do you see what we're getting at? Yeah. You're freaking out in the manifestational phases of it because you have a misunderstanding of how this works. So you've been attracting all of these wonderful people around you, and then you say, oh, these aren't the scenarios that I want. And then you get really specific about the stuff you don't want, and you put your umbrella up, and even though they're there, ready to deliver to you the love and the clarity that you want, because their inner beings are there with them, wanting to give you the part of them that you most want, you don't let it in because you are predisposed to who they are. Ooh, do you know how many opinions or attitudes you have about people around you that do not then let them give who they really are and what you really want from them to you? Because your perspective of who they are is already so cemented in terms of your vibrational practice that even though all of them wants to give you something different, you don't let that part in. You only let the parts in that you've practiced. People will rise or lower to your expectations 100% of the time. That's how powerful you are. Don't you love knowing that? So you say to your friend that you're mad at, you know, I've really turned you into a bitch. I remember when what I attracted from you was so sweet, but not anymore. Not anymore. And I intend to do something about that. So you all, humans, we love you so. You have been using words like unconditional love for a while, not having a clue what it means, but you've been using the words. And what it means is love, meaning clarity, meaning alignment, meaning clarity, love, meaning alignment, meaning clarity, meaning appreciation, love, unconditional clarity, unconditional blended, unconditional alignment, love. Unconditional means being there regardless of the conditions that are around you, because you've focused yourself into caring about the feeling of the love, not needing the condition to change to get the love. That's what unconditional love is. It is tuning yourself to a frequency that is love, not asking conditions to change so that when you look at them, you can feel love. Oh, man. That's what goes wrong with relationships. That relationship you were talking about, that's what goes wrong with that relationship. If you were different, I'd feel better. Well, if you were different, I would feel better. Well, You need to be more different than I need to be more different. I think we should split up. Unconditional love is, it's my job to use the power of my focus to focus myself into a vibrational state of being where I can, now, you see, we're going further than we've ever gone before in a discussion ever. Turning thoughts to things. I'm finding a way to achieve a vibrational mood or atmosphere because I care about how I feel, first and foremost. And in doing so, in the absence of resistance, my vibration raises to the frequency of the source within me who knows all that I've become and leads me directly to it. That's how things come out of thoughts. In other words, they're not being shipped in from other planets. It's not about somebody else gathering it up and handing some of it to you. It's about you allowing yourself a vibrational frequency that helps you to realize. You've all had the experience. Happens to Esther on a pretty regular basis. There's something that she's looking for and she can't remember where it is. She's spread out all over a lot of places. And so she will focus on it and she'll try to remember where it is. Try to remember, where did I put that? When did I last use it? But then she'll just relax and remember somebody knows where it is. The source within her knows where it is. But you can't find something that's lost. Because when you perceive that it's lost, you cut yourself off. You create an atmosphere or mood that doesn't give you the revelation, that doesn't let you realize where it is. It's exactly the same thing. So she'll just relax and she'll say, oh, Abraham knows where it is. And within a minute or two, she's got her hands on it. But we didn't say to her, she wasn't in a place where she could hear us say, it's over there, or it's in that room, or it's under that. It's that, oh, I think I'll go in there for this other reason, and oh, I think I'll go over there for this other reason. She's always on her way to something else that was easy for us to lead her to, because it's not easy to lead her to what's lost. So that's why we love you so much. Your paths are so convoluted. You could be led directly to what you want, but you're so sure you can't have what you want that we have to take you around and around and around and around. Oh, you believe that, or 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 you believe that. Oh, looky there. Oh, looky there. Who knew? We knew. Esther says that on a pretty regular basis. Who knew? And then she hears us say, we knew. We knew. We knew. And you can know too. So here's your assignment. We never give assignments, but here they are. Lighten up. Stop worrying about everything. Be nice to yourself. Esther started a process and it served her so well because she really felt something powerful when we began talking about unconditional love. So something would happen in business or with friends or with family or in her personal experience in some other way, some condition that wasn't the way she wanted it to be. So she wrote the condition on the top of the page. This condition sucks. And then she would ask herself the question, if this condition were resolved, or if it were not like it is, how would I feel? And she began writing a few words. Well, I would feel sure, and I would feel better, and I would feel clear. And then she began realizing that what we were saying to her is, while she does not have the power in this moment to change that condition, she does have the power to demonstrate in her own experience those emotions. And after a few hundred times of identifying a condition that she was blaming for how she felt, and then just by writing the word fun, clarity, love, freedom, exhilaration, just writing those general aligning words, she was discovering the emotions that she thought she needed the condition to change in order to accomplish without the condition changing at all. Unconditional alignment. That's freedom. Humans worry, oh, Abraham, you're just teaching us to put up with stuff we don't like. Yeah. But not put up with it. Allow your vibration to be neutral, to be not pushing against it, to be ripe and ready for the inspiration. Because all those things that you want, all that stuff, and we know you don't just mean stuff, you mean conditions, and you mean all of that, but all of it, you want it because you believe you would feel better in the having of it. And we want you to show yourself that you can feel better without the having of it, and then you have it. That is just the trickiest thing. Esther argued with us about that for about 5 years. You guys should have set that up better. Are you saying to me that if I really want something, that my desire for something that I don't have is going to prevent me from it, and I have to just kind of chill out and not try so hard? And we say, yeah. You have to find a way not to have active within you your awareness of its absence. Because when your awareness of its absence is the most active vibration you've got, you can never receive the revelation or realization. When you are in sync with who you really are and perceiving in a moment through that vantage point, indescribable. We've gone to a place that we have not been before. And we want to recap because you all, whether it's your first time here or not, you are all up to speed with what just happened here. So let's talk about what just happened here. Your source energy in physical bodies, and you had plenty planned before you got here, that is all still available to you. You got here, you sifted through contrast, you put more in there, more details about what you want. And Source became every bit of those details and is shining a vibration, shining a light, so to speak, about all that you have become. If you're feeling negative emotion in any moment, it's because you've become something that you're not quite letting yourself be. You're not ever going to feel good until you let go of whatever it is that's keeping you from letting yourself be it and be it. In other words, that was the go with the flow phase of our commentary. In other words, just let go. Let the vortex take you in. It will, you see. So now we're saying to you that there's so much that you are observing. That's why you feel like you got to go away for 11 days and deprive yourself of the sensory that is around you. There's so much that is around you. There are so many conditions that you are letting control your vibration. But you don't have to let the conditions control your vibration. You have the ability to do it, and it's a simple thing. It took Esther about a week to really get the hang of this, and the process was so simple, what we just described it to you. And then one day, Esther was sitting out on the porch in Texas. She's looking out across the pool, looking at it through the eyes of Source, looking at some statues, some cranes that had been crafted by a magnificent artist who lives near here. So she's looking at these beautiful cranes and just turning inside out with her pleasure of them. And then at the pool and the water flowing and the oak tree and the cardinal sitting in the oak tree. She was turning inside out. She was in a state of rapturous bliss. It was indescribable, as you can tell, as she is even now trying to find words that help you sort of get a sense of how wonderful it all felt. And she sat there, and then it sort of subsided as her focus began to drift a little bit. And then she thought, Abraham, I need to talk to you about this, because are these not lovely conditions that are producing this emotion within me? Prettiest sculptures, most lifelike and beautiful anywhere on the planet. Isn't that the reason I feel like this? And this oak tree that is 200 years old, that the house was built around, isn't that a condition that is part of the reason I feel like this? And this swimming pool in its perfection, aren't these conditions the reason I feel like this? And we said, you felt like that before you perceived these conditions in this way. There's a big difference there. And she knew what we meant because she had never felt that way about any of these things.